So first of all, how do you feel about your decision to get into the energy saving business?
Okay, from several perspectives. From the moral perspective, great decision. From the work-wise, in terms of the actual level of effort, it's a whole new ball game, and it's something that a person is learning about every day. Absolutely brilliant decision. Initially, we thought we had made a financial blunder in terms of actually engaging in this, because if you look at it financially, there are other businesses that could give a person quick wins, but when you look at the long-term rollout of this, and for our territories, you find that no, overall, the decision was a great decision. No regrets there.
When we think of Enigin, what do you think about the energy saving products that Enigin can provide?
Our products are really, really good. I mean, we've looked at them and compared them against others that are being used already in South Africa. And a lot of times, now that briefcase, the demo briefcase is coming out as well, and it's available, that is going to really sweep the market. And then, of course, less in some areas, I mean, people are really looking at the occupancy sensing and, the daylight harvesting. People are really looking at that, and our products are brilliant. Okay, right.
What do you think about the support you get from Enigin?
Okay, we haven't really pushed the envelope, in terms of the support system there. But from the little that we have requested advice here and there, the support is online, the support is there. It's just a phone call away, and we just need to perhaps jack up on our side in terms of really pushing the envelope, in terms of coming up with technical stories that we can't solve this side completely, and see how far it goes there. However, if you can support a global environment, I'm sure we'll be covered.
What kind of response are you getting from potential customers?
A very large client, coming on board. We're looking at 124 ACEs to be installed. We're looking at 6 IMAX of the XFI 110 model. Now, that particular client is one that's going to be almost like a real case story. And if we can just finalize that and get it done and sealed.
So how is the recession and the economic climate at the moment affecting your business?
Okay, yes, previously there was this thing where people are always like indicating that, yes, but how do they pay, etc., etc., etc. But then we have actually kind of like made them aware that ours is the kind of business that you can actually pay from the savings. And what Enigin will do, and what we'll do as an offshoot of that, is to guarantee those savings. So people are getting less sticky about the issue of how to pay. So the recession is actually coming in as a plus in terms of actually selling and marketing this. Because let me give you an example. Mines are closing down, and we are saying if we had been able to get to them before they've actually closed down, we'd have been able to save them money that would have gone on salaries and stuff like that. So they might not even have closed down. They might have right-sized or downsized a bit, but not closed down completely. So, yeah, a recession is felt, but however, there's a good side to it for our line of business.
Being your own boss, and having your own energy-saving business, how's that impacted on your work-life balance?
The obligation that we have towards not only the business, but also towards fulfilling our obligations to Enigin as well, can lead to a situation where, we would like to, as much as possible, grow the business faster than we're doing now. But I suppose everything comes in time. Different markets are going to be slightly harder to break into than others. But I think we've made considerable headway, and we'll only start relaxing once we've got the full complement of our salespeople.
I guess you look forward to the time when it's running itself in a sense, and you're overlooking the business, and you can start to take some time out and let your consultants run the
Absolutely.
business for you.
We do know that it might not be like immediate. It might be 6 months, 7 months, 8 months down the line, and then part of our strategic objective is then to look for is a particularly good manager. Whether we have to import that manager from somewhere else around the world or something, that's going to be okay as well. Who can then run it and take it to further heights than we can. I mean, we are limited by our own personal experience and let's say management capacity within this particular field. So as an entrepreneur, it's fine because we can break new markets, but taking it forward is going to need serious management acumen that we might not have at this time.
What kind of initial success have you enjoyed?
Okay, coming up with this revolutionary idea of the CDM, we are among the first to really use it in the same vein as we want to use it now. And what's interesting in government is that what we've come up with in the proposal is that when the clients start realizing the savings, they can actually use part of the savings to now offset the money or the funding that they've received from the CDM, so that the CDM itself becomes a self-funding mechanism as clients come on board, realize savings. So that's been revolutionary, and it's opened our eyes a bit towards funding options for third world countries like ourselves.
And just so everybody understands what the CDM
CDM is one of the mechanisms of the Kyoto Protocol, which is called the Clean Development Mechanism. Each country is supposed to have a CDM office by which they then allocate and fund projects that are environmentally aware towards reaching or rather reducing the greenhouse gases. These might be some that are bringing in alternative energy sources, methane and other things like that and whatever. And some might be, the biofuels industry, and others are energy efficiency, which is where we fall in. We actually fall in under the small business sector, but then we also fall in under the the current clients that we have are in the retail sector of the small business division of the CDM.
How does it feel to be running a business that's doing something about climate change?
The best thing, in the right place at the right time, absolutely the right time. Look at it from the global perspective. Even President Obama is like using that as one of his key areas of delivery. The British Prime Minister Gordon Brown is also looking at that as some of the key areas where they've attained great strides. And summit recently, over the last week. And I mean, you cannot do worse than doing energy right now. I mean, hey, we're actually in the right place at the right time.